Hey there, my name is Brett Farrell, founder of the Farrell Group, your favorite lead gen agency, and the home of the million person list. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about quizzes. All right, so first off, do they work and do their leads actually still convert? Yes and yes. Okay, cameraman, let's just cut this. We're good. No, all joking aside, hey, this is something that I get a lot, actually, because we started our agency working with quizzes heavily. We've done over 75 quizzes in like countless amount of different industries. From beards to thyroid to cancer to nonprofits on over to attorneys, and it goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. Because if you think about it, the first question that we're going to answer is, do quizzes work, and do they still work? Well, quizzes have always worked. Quizzes were something that was in Life magazine and Cosmo like for decades, but it wasn't something that was automated. That was something on the internet. So if you think about it, those have always been a topic of conversation, even in like New York Times, and you ask yourself, even in the same token, it's like, well, do crossword puzzles still work? Do they even people care about it? So like, those are still a staple of something very traditional like the New York Times. The very unique thing about the quiz, why this is something that is not just another tchotchke or something that's just gonna fade out, is because just the dynamics of how it's created. And really, it's not really something that I'm giving you. It's not a gift that's gonna wear out. It's an assessment. It's gonna help you at different times of your life assess where you're at. So a quiz that you could take in your 20s, you could take in your 40s and get a completely different result. So they're not going to die anytime soon. I don't really think they will die at all, because the answers are based on you. You're going to change, and it's still going to be valuable. Whether you're doing a quiz that's around like what cartoon character are you, or you're taking a quiz around cancer and actually giving you an assessment around your risks based on the environments and the food that you ingest. These are all very important things. These are all very important questions that I feel drive to the core of our psychology, that are not just about a automated online marketing device that's just going to burn out, right? So I hope that makes sense on that first question. Do quizzes work? Yes. Are they going to die soon? I don't think so. But in the next question, do quiz leads convert? Now, that all depends. It depends on what you do with those quiz leads. A lot of our clients, they've used them, they've gotten great results, they've gotten leads at a very low rate, because these quizzes, like, it's something that inherently people, again, caveat, if structured properly and if you ask the right questions and structure it the right way, it is something that will create and generate leads at like, we've had it as low as like 15 or 20 cents a lead, which is nuts. And that's specifically in like the health industry. And honestly, I have to tell you that if you don't structure this properly and you don't leverage what's at your fingertips properly, these quiz leads won't convert. First off, quiz leads won't convert if you don't actually talk to them. Big surprise there, right? The next thing is that you have to have an ongoing strategy to speak to them on things that they just got answers on. If your assessment asks them, again, we've gone down the cancer examples a few times in my other videos, but let's go with that. Okay, say for instance that they give you an assessment. We give you an assessment around your cancer risk. If your risk is high, and your number one thing that's bothering you the most is say it's sleep. And this is just, again, very arbitrary example that we're able to pull out, that your number one problem right now is that you can't sleep, and you're losing sleep because of the people in your life are struggling with cancer. Well, you need to have an email follow-up sequence that talks about getting sleep or sleeping better even with families suffering with cancer. If you were the person taking that quiz and that was your result, and then you had an email sequence that followed up with that, your conversions are through the roof, and they absolutely work. But if you give them the answer on the quiz and it's not well educated, not well researched, it looks like you put it together in a day, and then on top of that, you threw out an email that just was across the board, not addressing their problems, not addressing their concerns, not speaking to any of the questions that they just answered, the things that they just talked about, the sharing. These quizzes that we're creating are asking very in-depth questions on some of them, and it forces people to get in a pretty vulnerable state. But if you're not talking to any of those pieces and you're not actually using any of that data to your advantage, then no, they won't convert. And it's not going to be worth your time, and they're not going to back out, and you're going to invest in a list that's not going to make you any money. So I would say they could work if done the right way. So with that being said, I want you to understand that with a quiz and how you're actually going to be positioning this, make sure you serve them like you would serve your mom. Imagine if your mom is taking this quiz and what information you would give her after you were able to drill down what her number one issue was in that quiz and how you would serve her after the fact. If you can honestly say that your email sequence serves your mom exceptionally well, then you're probably in a good realm. So think about that, and always remember you got to serve your mom the best way you can, and always give her the greatest advice and always give her the greatest information. And when you're doing your list building tactics, make sure you serve her as though you love her. And that way, no matter what, everybody will feel the love, learning more about you, learning more about your service, your why, your passion, your everything, and they will continue to follow you, continue to actually get information from you, and continue to buy from you, okay? Now, if you're interested in building a list and you want to know the tactics and tricks that we use in order to generate a 7-figure, 1 million person list, I have a cheat sheet and a full checklist just for you. The link is just below. You can grab it for free. We're giving that away. But this list is what we use when we actually go through and build a brand new lead tool, whether it be for our clients or whether it be for our own agency and our own in-house offers. I hope it serves you well. Please subscribe to this video. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Like, comment, all the works. My name is Brett Farrell. Thank you again for tuning in. I appreciate you so much. And please take a look at some of our other videos. We have links below and on the side. Thank you again, and take care. Bye-bye.